So it's a crazy business, all this coronavirus thing going on. So I'm just sat in the garden, drinking a beer. Cheers. Yeah, that is a castle in the background. So it's really noisy, sorry. So it's pretty mad. All the local shops and supermarkets are completely sold out of toilet roll, pasta, tins, packets of things. I'm not too worried because, you know, there's wild foods available. I can hunt, fish and forage, but you know, I'm not daft. I have got some supplies. Yeah, I've got everything I need. So, but I posted the other day on Facebook about I collected some fungi, some scarlet elf cups, and a few people have asked me some more information, whether I could share some knowledge and some tips. So I'm in my garden. Start with the basics. We'll go from here and see what's available in your garden, in your local area, in the park, the surrounding hedgerows and fields, and hopefully, if I get time, I'll post some more videos within the next week or two. Some more information, some more wild foods and how to find and gather and identify them. So we'll start here. First up, I have a load of wild bog roll in my garden. Commonly known as grass. I've got a lot of primroses in my garden. Primula vulgaris. Now this is really good wild food because they're very easily identifiable by many people, and as you can see, they're often found in gardens, parks, etc. If they do not have any flowers and perhaps recognise the young leaves as possibly being primrose, perhaps avoid them unless you're 100% sure, because these look very similar to foxglove leaves, so perhaps avoid them if you're not too sure. So we're just going to go ahead and we'll take some of these leaves. And there's no mistaking these, dandelions. So what we're after are the leaves, preferably the young fresh shoots, and also the roots. So we'll collect a bunch and then I'll tell you all about it. So I've come inside now because it's just too noisy outside. So as you can see here, we've got our primrose leaves and our dandelions. Now as you saw, I dug it up with the roots because what we're going to do is we're going to take the leaves and combine them with the primrose leaves to make a salad. And then with all the roots that we've got, we're going to make a coffee. So first of all, we'll start with a salad and then we'll move on to the coffee in a bit. So being consistent, I'm going to use my axe to just chop these off and put their roots to the side for later. Lime leaves a wash and then we'll make a salad. So there you go, a salad prepared from flowers and weeds from your garden. So I've just dressed it with a bit of olive oil and rock salt, and let's try it. So there you have it, a salad made from the garden. So as you saw, I just used the young fresh leaves and chopped off the excess stalk, combined it with the primrose leaves, added a bit of rock salt and olive oil, and it tastes pretty good. Now the good thing about dandelion leaves are they're absolutely loaded with vitamins A, C, E, K, antioxidants, so have numerous health benefits, as well as being very abundant, very widespread in anyone's garden, parks, hedgerows. So give it a go. So I finished off the salad and we're back inside now. As you can see, I've got just the root sections of the dandelion on the board. So what we're going to do is just clean these up and get all these little bits off. We're going to make our coffee. So stay tuned. Okay, so now I've washed all these root sections. Just taken all most of the straggly bits off. So the next stage of the process is to dry them out. So as we're at home, we're going to just bung them in the oven. I'll keep checking them every sort of 15-20 minutes or so. If you're out in the wild and using this as a survival food, you'd want to dry them out by your campfire. So perhaps you'd put them on a rock by the fire, leave them there a day or two, so thoroughly dried out before you begin the next stage of the process. Okay, so I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so now they're nicely dried out in the oven. They're sort of quite dry and crispy. You can continue to roast them in the oven. It all depends how much you've got and the size of them. Just keep checking up on them, so you can continue to roast them in the oven, or if you're out in the wild camping or surviving, you've dried them by the fire on a rock, then you can roast them in your pot over the fire. So they're nicely roasted now. What I did was I was checking every sort of 15-20 minutes, and I removed the thin spindly bits so they didn't get burnt to a crisp, and left the sort of thicker sections in there to roast for a while until they're done. So what I would do if I was in the wild, I just use my pot, bung them in there. Well, obviously after they've dried by the fire for a while, bung these in the cup, put the lid on, roast them over the fire, and same sort of process as using the oven. But obviously I'm at home, so I'm using the oven. So now we'll transfer these over. We'll put these in the cup. So I'll do it as if I'm in the wild, and I'll put the roots in the cup. I'll use my water bottle full of water to crush them into granules. Okay, so I think that's enough. And as you'll notice when you smell it, it smells very much like coffee, and it will taste very much like coffee, just without the caffeine. So we'll grab our boiling water. Chuck that in. A little bit of sugar. Drop of milk. And if you're not bothered, you can just filter out all the bits, pour it into something else, like that. There you go. Garden coffee.